Hey, it's Lee here at Simplify Adulting. And how many times a day do you play the what if game? Okay, if you're like me, you can play it multiple times a day. And today we're going to talk about the right way to play the what if game. And here at Simplify Adulting, we give you tips, tricks, sometimes advice, and just some ways to make adulting not suck because it really doesn't have to. Okay, so let's hop into it. What is that good old what if game? It usually pops up when there's something new, a big question. Should I do this? Should I do this? And you could be even super excited about something. And the next thing you know, that little what if or what if. And the what if game usually has us start to just list out this myriad of risks. What could go wrong? What could, what disasters could come about if we actually say yes to this opportunity or make this big decision, or even small decisions. The what if game just doesn't pop up on big life changing stuff. It just tends to pop up on anything that's just slightly different. And I get it. It's our brain's way of kind of letting us know, like, hey, there's something different. There could be risk associated with that. And you know what? That what if game can actually get in the way of us, not just missing out on opportunities, but missing out on them for the wrong reasons. And I got this advice, and it was wonderful advice. So, this is some of the best advice I've ever gotten. I got it probably um, in my early 40s, and it was a big deal, and it was kind of game changing advice for me. So that's why I'm passing it on. So I had something wonderful in my life, but it was different, it was new, and I started to freak out about it. What if it goes wrong? What if this happens? What if it doesn't end up how I think it's going to end up? What if this just doesn't pan out how I thought? So even though I had this good thing and I was enjoying it, because there was still some uncertainty, which what doesn't have uncertainty in life, this what if game started to pop up. And here's the advice. Here's the golden nugget. And she said, okay, get it. Play the what if game all you want, but if you're going to play it, you got to play it right. And playing the what if game right means that you got to play it on both sides of that coin. And literally, this is what I do. I take a sheet of paper and I do what if frown face, and on the other side, what if smiley face. And I force myself to say, hey, my brain, just because of the way we're wired, is going to tend to go to the negative what if. But the other side, I got to take control of that brain and think through all the positive what ifs. So, what if I take that job that's outside of my field? Okay. So the what ifs are, gosh, I could totally fall on my face. I could get fired. I could fail. I could not like it because I think I know what it is, but I don't. So there's all types of what ifs. And oh my God, if I get fired, I could, lose my, not be able to pay my rent, not be able to pay my mortgage, whatever it is, right? We can really good at catastrophizing. But then you flip it and you say, well, what if I do take that job? Well, what if I love it? What if it just gives me a whole new career path with all these other things that I can do? What if it allows me to not get fired, but quit for an even better job? What if it, like really sparks my creativity and I kind of like really enjoy it, and love work? And maybe that's love work again, or love work for the first time, or keep loving work, but loving it in a different way. And by doing that, it kind of forces us to say, okay, I get it. All this bad stuff could happen. But what if all this good stuff happens that I won't even get the opportunity to experience if I only listen to the sad face, what if side of the equation? And here's where reality really sets in. What if game is just a guess because we don't know. We don't know how it'll turn out. So you got to step back and not let the negative what if stop something. And you can't use that as the decision making tool. Got to step away from it, play out that what if game, and then kind of weigh those out and say, you know what? The risk is kind of worth these upsides. They may not happen, or the risk or this new thing isn't worth these downsides, but you got to admit to yourself, they may not happen. So part of it is also not letting the what if game overly influence your decision because it's just possibility and a guess. So there you go. If you're going to play the what if game, make sure to play it on both sides. So until I see you again, stay happy and healthy, and let's make adulting not suck so bad. So if you liked this video, please hit subscribe, and we will let you know when we got new great content up. Thanks.